Good morning, students. So, welcome to this session for unit number 4. Till now, whatever we have seen, so we will just go through, take a quick review, and then we will go ahead. So, unit number 4, that is interfacing with microcontroller, that we have started, and in that we have gone through this particular syllabus points. So, from that, the first LCD display and matrix keyboard. So that we have seen in last session, and last to last session we have gone through the theory which is connected with this, the interfacing of all these particular, the whatever the contents it is given in this particular unit. Today we are going to focus, that is on a remaining part, that is how to interface ADC, that is the working of ADC by using 8051 and ADC 0809. So this is the IC which is used for the ADC. So in the MCQ, it can be asked. So all of you has to remember this particular number also. At the same time, the opposite working, that is the DAC, how it is going to work. Once again, we will just take a quick, brief review, and we will see the interfacing. And the demo we are going to see with the help of the software Kill and Proteus. Through Kill, we are going to execute, or we are going to generate the hex code, which is required to be burned in the particular 8051. But as physically we are not doing it, so that we are going to use the hex file in this particular Proteus software. So how to do that? Already I have just made this one, and today we are going to see the demo of this particular interfacing. Okay, so let us start with this, the particular ADC 0809. So in that, I want to just share with you okay, so you might be able to see now, this is the what the we are going to see today, that is how to interface, and for that the code already we have gone through, but once again as the demo today we are going to learn. So we should know that which port is being used, how it is being used, and which lines are connected where. Okay, so the title is ADC 0809 or 08, sometimes it has been written, because maximum places the IC number, it is getting the same number for ADC as well as for DAC also. So don't confuse in that one. Only we are supposed to just check out for this the particular code, how the logic is being used in this for implementation of ADC. So as the name suggests, ADC, so it is analog to digital converter. So in this analog to digital converter, you can see this is what the Proteus simulation diagram is here in front of you. Just I am making zoom of it. So what is there in this particular? So just check out the cursor. So where the right now the cursor is indicating, so it is here, it is 8051 IC we have used, and it is interfaced with the ADC 0809. So the IC might be the numbering in this particular Proteus, that is 0808. So don't go for this particular numbering. So as we have seen in this particular, the word file, where it is. So this is the main symbol for this particular ADC 0808. So what is there in this? So this is the functional diagram. So in which you can observe ADC analog. So that means only one input will be there, and that is going to be converted into the digital form. So the digital form might be having the number of output. So as you can see in this particular block diagram or the symbol, so INT 0 to INT 7. So they are known as a channel. So this ADC 0808, it is a 8-channel analog input IC. At the same time, whatever the any single channel will be implement at a time. not all the channels at a time. So that is a limitation again. So if you will use INT 0, so that is going to be converted into the digital form, and it will be gives the output through D0 to D7, D0 to D7, where D7 is the MSB. That is important. The other signals like VCC, ground, clock, they are the common one. The other thing is the what is there, that is a select lines. So at the bottom, you can observe the A, B, C. So A is the MSB over here. So A, B, C, they are the select lines for selecting the input. So input means which analog signal is going to be utilized. The first one or the middle one or the last one in that way. That is from INT 0 to INT 7. For example, if we will give A, B, C is equal to 0, 0, 0. So definitely it is going to use the INT 0 as an input. And if you will give 1, 1, 1, for example, so that time it will choose the INT 7 as an input device or the input channel as an analog signal. Got it? So in this way, it is going to be work. So other than these main functions, it requires the V reference voltage. That is to make it the step by step. That is, if the analog voltage, it is having a range, that is from 0 to 5 volt, 0 to 10 volt. So from that, whatever the reference voltage you are going to set over here, so accordingly, it is going to just convert this particular in digital form. So how it is correlated with this, the VCC and V reference and the output. So in next table, we are going to look after this. Other than this, the ALE, that is address latch enable. So which is also required to just make it active, this particular the IC. After that, SC. So SC is pin as we discussed. So it is a start of conversion. Okay, whatever the analog input it has taken, so it has to work on that, and after that digital output you will get. So for that, start conversion pin should be get high. Then and then only it is going to convert the analog signal into the digital form. So once the digitalization has been done and converted into the digital form, so EOC, that is end of conversion. So this pin has to become high. This pin has to become high so that it is an indicator. Okay, conversion is over and you can now send it. Okay, send it to whom? So it might be giving to the 8051 for further processing. Okay, so that time the OE, that is output enable. So that is also very important to just make it this output available for 8051. This pin also should have the 1, then and then only, even though end of conversion is done, but it will not go to the 8051 till OE becomes the 1. Once it becomes the logic 1, that output will be available to 8051 for further processing. So this is the small, what we can say, the brief idea how this particular IC is going to be work. So this IC is placed, as you can see here, the interfacing with 8051. Now I will make a little more zoom. So as you can see, the 8051, the port 2, it is being used for the connection with this particular the ADC. And the output of ADC, as you can see, just make a little zoom on this ADC. So it has this IN0, IN1. So they are the 8 inputs. Add A, add B, add C. They are the select lines, 3 select lines. On the right hand side, out 1, out 2, out 3, out 8. So 8 outputs, that is digital output, is available over here. After that, V reference plus, V reference minus. So that is also there. So we're supposed to just give the some reference voltage, and accordingly the what we can say, the step size is going to be decided. For example, 0 to 1 volt, it will show 0 0 0 0 0 1 like this. For 1 to 2 volt, it will show 0 1 0 0 1 0 in this way. Okay. So for that reference, the reference voltage is very important to decide the step size. And at the output of this ADC, as you can see, it is just look a very complicated diagram, but it is not that much. If you got the logic behind that, so definitely it is easy for understanding. So for each output, one LED is connected. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 outputs are there. So 8 LEDs are connected to each of this particular output from ADC. And the same output, it has been connected or given as input to port 1 for further processing if it is required. If port 1 will get 0 0 1 0 0 1, then do this one, do that. The further processing, it is going to be happen in if it is a application oriented. So here how it is going to be work, so that we will see in this particular the demo. So this is what the connections is here. So as you can see in this, what is to be observed right now. So IN2, where it is here, IN2, this particular pin is used as an input to detect the analog voltage. So sake of here the application, we have used one variable resistor. That is in practically we are going to use the temperature sensor, pressure sensor, whatever the analog transducer you want to be get converted the physical quantity into the electrical quantity, that you can use over here. But here we are going to use a variable resistor so that the input voltage is going to vary. That is analog. And that is going to be represented in terms of a 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 in this term, that is in digital form. So for IN2, using the address lines should be what? IN2. So 0 0 0, as I told, IN0. 0 0 1, IN1. So 0 1 0, that is for the IN2. So if you are using the 2 number input, so the select line should be 0 1 0. So simply it is a logic, and that is to be right in the code. So how it is written, that we will see. Okay, so this is the what connection diagram is here. This is a VCC 10 volt, it has been taken. V2, it is taken the reference voltage, that is 256 volt. So why this 10 volt, why a reference voltage 256 volt, below we will see here. So here it is the demo, it has been shown. I will highlight this particular table. So 0 to 1 volt, if it is their input voltage, so binary equivalent will be 0 0 0 binary. In this way it is going to show over here. Now the step size. So step size, the formula is here, so you can note it down, write it down. So in ADC, the step size is equal to V max minus V min divided by 2 raised to n, divided by 2 raised to n, where n is the number of bits, that is the resolution, that is how many bits are there. So depending on that, it is going to be decided. So as you can see in digital conversion output, we have the 8 pins, that is number of bits is equal to 8. So number of steps will be 256, maximum 256 digital output you will get, like 8 zeros, and the maximum 8 ones, that is 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. So that is equivalent to the 256. So depending on that, the step size has to be decided, that is V reference divided by number of steps. So if you will take the 5 volt as a reference voltage, you will get the 19.53 millivolt, the step size. But as I shown in this diagram, we have used the reference voltage as a 256 volt, and VC, that is equal to the VCC is equal to the 10 volt. So what is the difference between them? So here now the step size become the V reference divided by 256, that is fixed one. So how much V reference we have taken? 256 volt. So the step size will be 1 volt. For simplicity or for the sake of just understanding, this we have made over here. In simulation, you can test by anything. So here we have taken the V reference voltage is equal to 256 volt. And what is the effect on the number of slots? That is VCC divided by step size. So how much VCC we have taken? 10 volt. And what is the step size now? 1 volt. So how many steps are available now? 10 steps are available, or slots are available. So what is this slots? So that you can observe in this particular output table. So this is what we are going to observe whenever the output it is going to show in Proteus software. Like 0 to 1.5 volt, it will show this output. From 1.5 to 2.5, it will show the next output. 2.5 to 3.5, it will show the next output. Like this, the 10 states are there, 10 slots we can say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this 10 volt, 0 to 10 volt, it is divided in 10 slots, and how it is get bifurcated, so that you can observe in this particular table. So that is also you supposed to just observe, and this is the observation table for this ADC. Got it? So this is the what conversion, and these are the steps, okay, what is to be done and all this. So this is algorithm. So step 1 is what? Which port you are going to use as an input, that you have to decide. Second step, make the port connected to EOC pin high, that is end of conversion. That should be high initially, so that the next input it will take. That is what written also here. That is the reason for doing this is the ADC sends high to low signal when conversion is complete. So this line has to be on or high, so that the microcontroller can detect the change. Means it can be ready for this the particular next reading. Then clear the data lines which are connected to pin ALE, start, and OE. So these 3 pins now has to be get it clear. Fourth step, that is select the data lines according to the input port you want to select. Means which input line you have chosen. So accordingly, you supposed to use this particular the select lines, and as well as select the data lines and send a high to low pulse at ALE to select the address. So what is this address? That is where to send this particular output data, that is digital form data, that is to be decided with this particular ALE pin. Okay, on what address it has to be sent. The next step, that is we have selected the analog input, so it has to make this pin high. Which pin? Start. So that when it will take the input, it has to work on this particular conversion. So when the start pin is 1, so conversion will be get started. And then again after that, wait for the high to low signal by pulling the EOC pin, that is end of conversion. When the end of conversion will happen, again the signal has to get high again, so that the extract data can be sent to the this by making this OE pin on to the 8051. Okay, so in this Proteus, which components it is required, so that is also mentioned over here. So these are the highlighted. So how to search and how to put there. That is pot active RV1, that is to be search, and the value of that we can select as a 10K. Then right click terminal, power and ground. Then search LED red animated. Then DC clock or D clock actually. So it is frequency 10 kilohertz, that is to be select. Then search ADC 0808. Then search AT89C51. So at Mega this microcontroller is there. So that is to be searched and placed in this particular schematic. And at the last, these are the additional for our sake we have added, that is a DC voltmeter, so that how much input voltage is there, so that we can read from that. So this is what the diagram we are going to just look out. Okay, so this is what we are going to implement. Now let us see for this particular the code. So whatever we have explained right now, this all it is now getting converted into this code. So I have highlighted this with the color so that we can make a partition and we will understand which code is for what purpose. So here it is starting with this the particular highlighted. So in that the comments are also been written. So what are these? First is port P1 made FF. FF means all ones. So where is that port 1? Here. This port 1, it is made all 1. Then set B P2.7. P2.7, where it is here. That is P2.7, it is going to be connected where? So if you track this particular, so it comes to the start. It comes to the start pin. So that is to be set here. After that, the clear P2.4 ALE pin has to make it clear. Clear P2.6, it has to make start pin clear. Clear P2.5, it has to make OE pin also clear. Okay, so the P2.7, it was end of conversion. So is it the same? Just we will get it confirmed. P2.7, it is connected this. Yes, it is connected to EOC. That is end of conversion. So that is done at a first part. Second part, that is now clear, or we have to select the input port. कुठल्या पिन मधून आपल्याला एनालॉग इनपुट घ्यायचं आहे. So clear P2.2 म्हणजे P2.2 it becomes 0. P2.1 1 and P2.0 again 0. म्हणजे 0 1 0. 0 1 0 म्हणजे मी काय सांगितलं की दुसरी पिन, दॅट इज EN2, कारण त्याला आपण कनेक्शन्स केलेले आहे. सो EN2 इट इज बीन सिलेक्टेड विथ दिस पर्टिक्युलर कोड. त्यासाठी हा कोड लिहिलेला आहे. देन a call delay. After that, the ALE pin has to be made high, that is P2.4. Again call delay. And next it has to start the conversion. म्हणजे P2.6 पिन ही हाय केली पाहिजे. तर त्याच्यासाठी कमांड आहे set B P2.6. After that, the ALE pin and this particular start pin has to made low, and that is done with the instruction that is CLR, clear. After that, we have to wait until this particular the end of conversion. Conversion has started, but when it is going to be stopped? When this particular EOC is going to be goes from high to low. So up to that, it has to go in the same loop. So that's why this particular statement it is return. And once again, it has to wait for this the low pulse to the finish, because it is only one machine cycle it is going to be used for this EOC. That becomes again high again. So it has to wait again for that. So these both the commands are same. If you will observe, first is JB P2.7 and here JNB P2.7. Got it? So first it has to become low and here it has to become high. So once it becomes high, the next part is going to be work. That is green color, whatever it is highlighted over here. So what it is, OE pin has to made on. That is output enable. Now whatever the converted data is there, it is with ADC only. It has to send. But when it will send, when this OE pin will become 1. After that, what is to be sent? So whatever the data of P1 is there, so it is sending to the A, that is accumulate. And next point, that is whatever the this move P0A. So actually it is the further work that we have not used in this particular accumulator data. It is going to be means transferred to the port 0. Port 0. That is here. So it is already unused. Whatever the data it will come to the port 1. This port 1 data we have transferred to port 0. But here we have not taken any action. So this code can be skipped. No issue. That is this instruction only. That is these two. Move A comma P1 and move P0 comma A. Okay. So how we can skip it? Just you can put the semicolon in front of them and they will become the inactive. Okay. So this is what we can do commenting. After that, when it becomes transferred the data, clear P2.5 OE pin once again it has to be made 0 and SJMP back. So where it is back? Here. That is once again this loop is going to be continued and it will go back to this particular position. Okay. So this is what the green color, and after that this is the for delay. So wherever we have called the delay, so for that delay this program is there. So how much delay, that is 10 millisecond, 20 millisecond it is going to be used. So this is the simple program is here. Okay, the same program I have used in this the kill. So I will just open this particular now the code. So this is what the code we have written, executed, compiled, 0 error, 0 warning. With this the same. So I will just attach this Word file also in the our study material, so that it will be ready reference for you for doing the practical or the coding study also. Okay. So once it is compiled, the hex file is generated. So that we have to use in the Proteus software. So that code is also I have made. That is this connections in Proteus software. So you have to open this Proteus and you have to just make arrangement. So this is what the Proteus software is been opened, and in that already I have just made all these connections. So definitely it will require half an hour to just make a very what we can say the sincerely and very concentrated, giving concentration and make the connections. So it looks a little complicated or the complex, but when you will make this particular logic clear, so these are all outputs we have to connect to the this P1. At the same time the LEDs has to be connected, the ground has to be give the input, we have to use the IN2, like that we can understand. The port is used over here, that is RV1, that is the value also we have to set the 10K, the V reference voltage. But you can observe here the reference voltage, it is 5 volt, and VCC also 5 volt. You can take any, But for example, whatever we have read in the Word file, so you can go through that. VCC 10 volt and reference voltage 256 volt. So with this 5 volt, let us see that how it is going to be work and what will be the effect on this particular the output, digital output. Okay, so as you supposed to just double click on this, you have to add the hex file, whatever it is created through Kill software. Click on OK and then start debug. So once the debugging is started, so you have to supposed to run the program. And at the initial stage, if you will see this, all this green LED I have used, so they all are in a on position. They all are in on position. So that you can observe in this particulars. Okay. So let us, and this is the input. Now, if I will change the input, the status of this output LEDs is also going to be change. Okay. So let us see, as the run already I have pressed. Just see, just I have see the cursor here, the pot I have changed the value. It is just showing this the particular the first two, that is they are going to be become on off. So this is due to the delay only, the short delay we have given, so it becomes on off. Otherwise it should be continuously off in the ideal case. So if I will make little less, so 0 1 0, then 0 1 1 1, then 1 0 1 0, 0 1 0 1, then 0 0 1 0, then 0 0 0 0, then 1 0 0 1 0. Got it? So like that it is 0 1 0 1 1. So as I'm just clicking, you can hear the sound if it is there. Otherwise just changed, 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 changed. So for each click, for each change in this particular the resistance values, so it is going to be conversion is different one. The table you supposed to make it so that you can read this is 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 1 1, like that the conversion. So for how much input it is showing this, so here the voltmeter is connected. So if it's getting zoom, yes, so for this particular 4.05 volt it is showing this particular cursor. So this is what the output is. Okay, so if you will change here, you can check over here. Where is that pot? What it is? Scope. So now you can see clearly. Just I am making this a little low, so the LED position it is going to be changed. See here, as I'm just making. So when I make it total 0, and you will observe all these particular LEDs will be 0 because 0 I have put here. And as I am going to increase this one, so all 0, only this second number LED is on, that is 0 0 0 0 0 0 1 0, like this. Now 1 0 0, then 0 1 0 1. So in this way it is going to be implemented. Okay, so I hope you understand this, the simulation of this particular the ADC, that is conversion of analog input into the digital one. Okay, so this is what the ADC. Similarly, we will go for the DAC. So I will stop this simulation over here. I will close this. What has happened? So for DAC, now the opposite concept. I prepared the folder only. So here we will go for this DAC. So DAC is the specifically as we have discussed, it is used for the conversion of from digital to analog, and that can be used as this particular the generation of waveform. The main application of DAC is to generate the waveform. So the waveform, it might be triangular, it might be sine wave, it might be square wave. In this way, we can generate from this the particular the digital input. So as it is having the digital input, so definitely it will have the 8 inputs and 1 output. So how it is going to be look like? So for that, so this is what the diagram is, the connection. So here DAC 0808. You might be observed in the last that is for ADC also it is 0808. Here also DAC 0808, but the pinout diagram is different and the function is also going to be become different. One more thing we supposed to just remember for DAC is it gives the output as current. Output it gives in the form of current. But normally we are just taking the any reference or the output voltage as a output. So here the another one task it goes ahead to that is convert the current into voltage. So the way is just put a one resistor at the output and take the voltage across the this resistor, you will get the voltage output. Or the other way, that is I to V converter can be used for this particular by using the op-amp. So here LF351, this op-amp is used as you can see in this diagram. And on the left hand side, whatever the components are required, so that also you can observe: oscillator, then oscilloscope, then logic analyzer, counter timer, virtual terminal, SPI debugger, I2C, they are not required, signal generator, pattern generator, DC voltmeter, DC ammeter, AC voltmeter, AC ammeter, like that. All the components are available in this Proteus. So from that, whichever you require, so you can just find out over here. So this is what the 8051 is here. Here it is a DAC. Here the current output you will get. And from that, whatever it is op-amp and all this, it has been connected. So that is for the just converting the current into the voltage. And to check this particular current waveform, the next you can see the oscilloscope is connected over here. That is through the channel number 3. That is C channel. That is red color is also there. Different color for the different channels is available over here. So how it has been connected. Before that, we will just go to that this is the component list. This the code, how it is going to be utilized. So as we discussed that it is a main aim to generate the waveform. So this particular code is written for to generate the all types of the waveform. That is what it has been done. So as you can see, the first instruction, it is move P2 comma 00. So P2 comma 00. So where is that in that diagram? We will see. P2 all 000. That means they are going to work as a output, because in the first unit only or second unit we have gone through that. If any port is set as a 0 means output. If it is 1 That means input. If you are remembering, just keep remember always. That is the can be also asked in the MCQ question. Okay, so this will work as an output port now. That will use the input to this particular DAC, and DAC will start the conversion, and it will use the output in terms of the current. That is the final this working of this particular experiment for the DAC. And the next part is by using op-amp and all that, that is for the conversion of current to voltage, because we are normally taking in the form of the voltage for that sake. Okay, so let us go to the code once again. So P2 used as a output. After that, different subroutines are been written. For square wave different, for triangular wave different, for staircase waveform it is different, and this loop is going to be continuous. So for square wave, it is just for some time it is 1, for some time it is 0, like this. So it is just the simplest way of just making this particular the conversion. That is port P2 FF call delay, port P2 00. That is what the for some time it is on and for some time it is off in this way. So in the same way for a triangular wave, this code is there. For staircase wave, this code particular is there. So staircase means for some time the middle stage, for some time the next step, for some time the next step, like that the staircase is there. So there also the minimum value, the maximum value has to be decided, so that this particular the size of step can be decided. So accordingly this particular 20, 40, 80, it is getting translated over there. So again, this is the for delay only. So as I told again and again, the delay you can use the very common code. So no issue with that. Different programs, different delay you can read out, but actually no need for that. You can just standardize one delay program, and that you can use anywhere in whenever you are using the 8051. So this is what the code is there. So let us go with this particular the simulation, okay, how it is going to be convert this particular the digital input into the analog. This is the another code is also here. Simplest way of just making this. So this is the separate code we have written for the sine wave generation. So till we have seen the square wave, this staircase and all this. So for sine wave particularly, what is the code and how it can be implemented? So first thing is that we have to just use the DPTR, that is data pointer is being used. So for what sake? So first we will see this strategy. So normally in sine wave generation, the formula is being used. That is V out is equal to VCC plus V reference into sine of theta, because it is a analog wave. Sinusoidal wave means. So it has to be in use the angular distance is also very important, and that can be used in terms of the sine theta. So accordingly, the following table you can observe. So for that, we have taken the V out is equal to the maximum 5 volt. So as the angle goes increasing, the sine theta value is going to be changed. The VCC and V reference, they are going to be fixed. Okay. So accordingly, this table is been managed over here. So in this table, one column is V out into 25.6. So what is this? Why this particular value it has been get multiplied? So this is the step size. So how it is been calculated? So here is the answer. So I will make this zoom. So total 8 inputs, that is 2 raised to 8, that is 256 steps. And we have taken the VCC is equal to 10 volt. VCC is equal to 10 volt. So the step size is become the 25.6 steps per volt. So for that, I will just check out in the same, I think I have drawn. Yes, here it is like this. So it is the 0 line. So in that, this 5, so it will starts from this 5 and the maximum will be the 10, and again it will goes in a reverse direction, that is up to the this 0 line, and it will reach to the 5, like this the waveform we are going to trying to generate. And so for that sake, this particular table is there, and this is the step size for that. Okay, so this table I have just calculated, that is the sine theta, how these values has came, and accordingly the V out it is going to be show. This is the formula for calculation of V out, and whatever the values it comes, so it is multiplied by 25.6. So this 25.6 that comes with this the particular step size. Okay, so this is how these values has came in here, which are 128. It is taken 127, so no issue with that, with single. Then the next one, blue color, 191. So here it is 192, no issue. Because why this is these values are more, and you will get that the less number in the table, because the number of steps whatever we have taken, angle 0 angle 30 60 90, so in that way we have taken in a part of 30°. But here it is taken the more, that is I think here the 12 steps are here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, and whatever it has been taken over here, so they are the 24 steps, that is double. Whatever the steps you are going to increase, the superiority or the accuracy of this sine wave is going to be increased. That is also the thing. So for that, this is the what simple code is written over here. So it is move dptr hash sign. So where is that sign? So it is here, this particular database. After that, move r0 comma hash 24. 24 values are been taken over here. So this value we have to count, we have to add into this r0. If it will be 12, so you have to write here the 12. Definitely you're supposed to do that step. After that, move c a comma at the rate a plus dptr. So the first value, that is 127, it is getting added to this particular the a. This a is transferred to p2. So why this particular p2? So for that we're supposed to check out this diagram, this p2. Okay, so this is what the accumulator data it has to transfer to the p2, and once it is coming to the p2, it will transfer to the DAC, like that. Then clear a. Again increment dptr म्हणजे पुढची व्हॅल्यू इन्क्रीमेंट झाली की 160 ला येणार, नंतर 191 ला येणार, नंतर 217 ला येणार, लाईक दॅट इट विल टेक व्हॅल्यू वन बाय वन, अँड इट इज गोइंग टू जस्ट start this particular the generation of sine wave. So this is the simplest code of generation of the sine wave by using the DAC concept. Okay, this is the code, this is the calculation for what, and this is the actual connection diagram for this. So let us see with this the particular Proteus software, that is how it is going to be convert this particular, or it will work. So I hope I have already this particular simulation. Yes, it is here. So this is what the simplest way of just making this the implementation of DAC. The connection as we have seen in this Word file. So the same it is going to be work here also. Okay, so this is DAC, this is 8051, and at the output it is giving the current. So we have used over here one small resistor, and across that voltmeter we have connected. That is also okay. No need of the op-amp and all that one also. And the oscilloscope, it's been connected to the channel A, that is yellow line. It is going to display. So let us see that. Save it. Debug start. So it is giving the error unable to open hex file. That means the hex file, it is not getting cached. So what is the step? Double click, and from here you can, so before that, okay, double click and you will add this particular hex file. So for that, the hex file, as you can observe, the path is supposed to check it out. F number 4 in that DSC, and this 2.hex is it? So let us check whether it is matching or what. 2.hex and save. Again, debug start. I will run now here. Yes, so this is the what the hex file is there, and you can observe here this particular the generation of sine wave, and here the values are continuously goes on changing. So that also you can check over here. Here is the output. So it is in negative side, positive side. So it is just goes on here. So this is as our regular oscilloscope you can observe over here. And through that, you can just time per division knob you can change. So this is also one type of staircase also you can see. But if you manage the times per division knob, so you will get, this is the sine wave. Okay. So with this, the yellow color, so you can minimize this particular the amplitude also with the this V pot. This is as regular our CRO or oscilloscope output is here. So this is how we can convert the digital input into the analog output. So this is what the we have shown here, the how to generate the sine wave. So accordingly, you can just use the code for square wave generation, compile it, and add the this hex file into same diagram. So you will get here the square wave, no issue with that. So that will be the homework for you. So the code is already given in the Word file. So only you supposed to compile in kill, take the hex file and add that hex file into this 8051 and run it. So instead of this sine wave, you will observe this particular the square wave. Okay. So this is the implementation of DAC. So I will stop here for this particular DAC. I will close this DAC implementation. And last one that is remain, that is the stepper motor. So that also we will see here. So for stepper motor, let's give a minute so that I will open. Let's see at the stepper motor. So for that, already what is this stepper motor, how it works, and step angle and all that we have gone through. So here, this is what the connection diagram, that is what we have to implement. This is the same, and we are going to implement here the one of the mode, that is wave drive mode. So what is this wave drive mode, full drive mode, and half drive mode? So already we have seen that changes the angle only. In wave drive and full drive, four angles, 90, 180, 270 and 360, like that. But here in this full wave, it is more than that, that is double, that is 45, 90. In this step of 45-degree, it is going to be add over there. And for each one, how this hex value has came, so that also we have seen in the session. So what are the steps behind that? So it has been getting connected, given over here. So which register it has to be used, that is T-mode register is being used, and which components are going to be utilized in this one, so that also mentioned here. So first is the our 8051, then ULN 2003. So as we discussed, so it is required the driver IC. So it is the driver IC for this stepper motor. After that, search for stepper, so that it will just search in the Proteus, and at the last, terminal, generator and DC. So 12 volt it is going to be used, and with this particular diagram we supposed to be implement. So just check out for this 8051. So here ULN 2003, and this is the stepper motor. So for stepper motor, it requires the 5 wire for unipolar if it is there. So keep remember, the 5 wires are required for the connection with this particular the unipolar, and 4 wires required for this the particular bipolar. So that is also we supposed to observe. Okay, so this is the implementation of this particular stepper motor interfacing with 8051. So let us see the code. Already code is written, so we will see in this particular the Proteus software. Okay, so this is Proteus software open. So one component, two component, three component, and this is the fourth one, that is the voltage source. It is required to drive this particular the driver IC. So this is the simplest form of just interfacing of stepper motor with 8051. So I will just start debug whether it is taking the hex file. No. So we supposed to just upload the hex file. So again, we're supposed to go through this particular path where the hex file is there. So we're supposed to choose it, and we can load it. So 2.hex, open. Okay. Save, debug, start. Okay, now it has been taken this hex file and no error it has given. Now run the program, and what is happening in this motor, you just check out. So this motor has started rotating in anti-clockwise, and the angle is also displayed over there. So in 4 step, it has showing the rotation, that is 90, 180, 270 and 360 or 0, like that. It is going to be rotating. It is anti-clockwise. So if you will change the polarity, so in opposite direction, it is going to be rotate. So it is a unipolar. It is, so it requires the 5 terminals to for the connection. So how to do the connection? So with this particular diagram only you will get that. So the 4 wires are been needed from this particular port number 2. It is been used, and if you will read the code, so you will come to know. So move T mode, that is 0 1, that is timer. It is going to be used for this. Then move P2. This has been used. Okay. So P2 port is being used. So why this 08, 04, 02, 01? So that we have seen in this particular table, or in last session also we have gone through 08, 04, 02 and 01. So it depends on the how to just magnetize this particular the coils, and accordingly energizing these coils, the rotation of this rotor of stepper motor is going to takes place. So right now we are just looking the wave drive mode. So that's why this particular codes has been added in the this assembly code. Okay, so this is again the delay code, and this is the what program stops over here. So if in the similar way, if you want to use the full drive mode, you can use this code. Just replace the earlier one with this. So here the 01, 0C, 06, 03, and 09, it is going to be used. Then if you want to use this as a half drive mode, so just you have to insert this particular all these 8 values into port P2, so that it will drive this particular the port P2, which will drive this driver IC, and this driver IC will control the stepper motor. So in this way it is going to be happen. So whatever this left side it is been shown, so this is the actual diagram for the implementation of this stepper motor. Okay, so this is how it is going to be work, and it will work. Okay, so I hope you understand that whatever today we have seen, that is a analog to digital converter, digital to analog converter, and this stepper motor. So in this way, the unit number 4 is going to be finished with this the interfacing. So if any doubts, if any errors are here, you can just mail me or share with me, so that we will cover in the next session. So keep observing the videos, the study materials, and the other things. Okay, for all the subject. So here we will stop today. So in the next session, there will be a unit test or the class test based on unit number 3. That is tomorrow. Okay, so be ready. Just do the study for this unit number 3. And after that, this unit number 4 also, we will prepare the test. Okay, thank you. Today we will stop over here. Just keep observing the videos as well as the attending the sessions.